go. All right, welcome to a new day. Here we are, we're back at it. For today, I actually want to start by reading you something that I found online, and knowing each of you, knowing how much you're doing online, whether it be working out or with work, let's get real. There's something that I think it resonated with me in terms of teaching yoga, but also very much so just in this online world that we're in terms of connection. So the title was, do you really watch your students when you teach? If you're currently teaching live classes or working online, how often are your eyes on your students or the people you are talking with? Your eyes can't be on your students if you're in downward dog or handstand or focusing on your own drishti point in any given pose. Your eyes can only be on your students when you, the teacher, sit or stand still and direct 100% of your focus outward to see what's happening in the room. So whether that's online or in person. We end up projecting our internal experiences onto our students without considering how their feelings, needs, and wants might be totally different from your own. That's not teaching, that's performing. When we learn to demonstrate less and pay attention to what's going on around us more, we not only become better teachers, our awareness as human beings multiplies tenfold. So I wanted to share that with you because I thought it was very relevant in terms of obviously a yoga setting, but also with work too and Zoom. And it's like, it's just such a tricky world that we're in. It's like how much of what we're saying when we hop on Zoom is like, is it actually necessary? How much is it speaking purely from our own perspectives versus listening? Because you know, like when you're in person, you can read people's mannerisms, you can pick up on people's energies, and we're just kind of missing that. So I wanted to start off by offering you that in terms of, I know that I'm working with an injury, so a lot of the movements that we tend to do benefits me. So today's practice is going to be doing more standing balancing because we don't often do that. We don't often practice our balancing in my classes, so I'd like to offer that to you. And know that whatever I offer you comes with a caveat, and that's listen to your body. Saying no to me is saying yes to you. So to listen to what you need. Like maybe you were up skiing or up on the mountains, Maggie. So what you are requesting or needing in your body will look totally different. So here is a playlist. Oops, have to click it. One more time, if you would like to listen to music, I'm going to hit play on playlists, starting in 3, 2, 1. And then let's make our way down onto our mat. Chances are you're actually already there. Come to lie down on your back. Ooh. So prepping our body for some standing positions, draw your left knee in towards you. And then maybe you want to keep it still or bring in some movement. You can make circles. You could open it up wide. Draw your knee in towards you. Take a big breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Draw your nose up towards your knee. Give this squeeze. Keep your shoulders lifted. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Maybe straighten out your left leg. It might be down here, depending how open you are in your hamstrings. And then slowly melt your spine back down onto the mat. Let your left hip sink back into its pocket. Your right leg is heavy. Maybe point and flex your foot. And then bend deeply again into your left knee. Bring your hands around the sole of your foot. So you might have to curl and round at first to draw your knee in towards you. And then maybe you bring a little bit more of your upper back down. It might not fully come down, that's okay. Whew. And then reach your foot up towards the ceiling. Nice, generous bend into your left knee. Take the peace fingers on your left hand, hook them around your big toe, let your right arm go down beside. Half happy baby here. Couple of options. You could choose to bring that knee further out wide, or if you want to add in a little movement, you could play around with straightening out your leg, bending back in. And maybe you straighten your leg as much as it will go today. Start to open it over toward the left. Try and keep your right hip heavy. Your pelvis is neutral, a little bit of space behind your low back. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up through center, over towards the right, just a couple of inches. Oh. So if you're like me and you've been sitting at your desk for a long time and your legs start to get restless leg syndrome, or you just need to move, sometimes just drawing this leg over and across your body might be enough to hit all those juicy parts in your outer glute, your outer hip. Back up. Hands behind your thigh again. Maybe you walk your hands up your calf. Might have loosened up a little bit. Pointing and flexing your foot. Drawing your knee in, extend it down long. Big morning stretch, point your toes, reach your arms overhead. And then draw your right knee in towards you, hands behind your thigh. And then same thing, you can do circles, you could play around with opening it wide, closing it up. Ooh. And again, hands behind your thighs. Pointing and flexing your right foot, opening up through your ankle. Bend into your right knee. Hands come to the sole of your foot. Draw your knee in towards your nose. Curl and round here. Really straighten through your left leg. Flex your foot so your toes are up towards the ceiling. See if you can curl around a little bit more. And then melt a little bit more of your spine onto the ground. Peace finger grip around your big toe. Half happy baby here. Release your left arm down beside. And then again, you have options. You could play around with drawing that knee closer towards the ground, heel towards your bum, or straightening out. Find some dynamic movement so you're not kind of stressing your leg out too much. You're able to wiggle and move around here. And the next time you straighten out that leg, might be really bent, might be straight. Open it over towards the right side, stretching through your inner thigh. Left arm goes out wide to act as a counterweight. Ooh. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up. Over to the left. And sometimes changing the position of your foot, so turning your toes more towards the ceiling, might activate different parts through your calf or down the side of your leg. Back up through center, hands behind your thighs. Maybe your hands walk further up your calf, point and flex your foot one more time. Draw your knees in towards you, full happy baby. Draw your tailbone down towards the ground, gentle rock side to side. Draw your knees in towards you. Hands in front of your shins. Keep your knees drawn in close. Rock and roll a few times. Maybe 1, 2, 3 times. And then next time you rock yourself up, open your legs wide, forward fold. Well done. Draw your legs together. Forward fold. Big toes touch. Roll yourself on up. Swing your legs around. Make your way into tabletop cat-cow. And you know the drill. Make it freestyle. Make it your own. If you want to come into a shell stretch, please feel free to do so. Five more breaths, whatever you need. Taking a big breath in and out. When you're ready, let's meet in our first down dog. I'm gonna get warm, so I'm just gonna preemptively get ready. Ooh. So once you make your way into your down dog today, I encourage you to walk your feet in a little bit. You might get a little bit more of your heels down on the ground, taking more of the stretch up to the part where your glutes and hamstrings meet. And you can still pedal out your heels here. Soften through your elbows, push your chest towards your thighs. Gaze either is at your feet, your knees, or your tummy. Adding to some prep for our balancing shapes. Shift the weight into your left leg. Inhale, right heel reaches high. So take a look, make sure your toes are turned down. That right hip is turned down as well. See if you can reach up through your inner right thigh. Left leg is really stable. Breathing in. Exhale, lower your right foot down. Inhale, left leg reaches high, same thing. Ooh. Notice what's happening with your upper body. Can you still push down through your fingertips? Push your triceps back. Let your chest come forward and through. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your left foot down. Next, inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. So we're trying to work through kind of like our natural tendencies of wanting to turn out and find that exterior rotation of the hip. So playing around lifting and lowering, and keep your eyes on your toes. Go for 3, 2, last one. Good job. Walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold, top of your mat. Give your shoulders a breather. Any variation you want with your arms, you could grab opposite elbows, let them hands dangle. You could always interlace your hands behind your neck, drawing your elbows towards your knees. Release your fingertips down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more, inhale. Exhale, fold. This time, slowly ragdoll up to standing. Everything's really heavy. Chin in towards your chest. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your shoulders back and down 3 times. Next time you roll your shoulders up towards your ears, come up high on your tiptoes. As you exhale, send your heels down, shoulders down. 2 more, just like that. Inhale up on your tiptoes. Exhale, lower. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale. Feet are planted, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, high plank. Option to lower your knees. Take a big breath in. Exhale, elbows nice and close. Lower yourself halfway or all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower. Push back through, shell stretch into your down dog. Look to the top of your mat. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. Arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Come up high on your tippy toes. Stay on your toes. Exhale, forward fold. What? Ooh, tricky, tricky, sticky, sticky. Stay up on your toes, balancing here. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe you reach one hand on your shin, maybe both. Exhale, fold. Stay on your left tippy toes. Step your right foot back down and long. Pivot your right foot down 45 degrees. Can you still keep your left heel lifted? Rise on up. Warrior 2. Good, so we're easing our way into our balancing shapes here. Good. Slightly tuck your tailbone underneath. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Big breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down, push back, 3-leg plank. Left toes float off the ground. Exhale, chaturanga, lower yourself halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring fingertips down. See if you can come back up onto your tippy toes again. And then here, whoa, reverse swan dive up to standing. Take your time. Palms touch. Heels lifted, hands down through heart center, back beside. 1 more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your heels lifted. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stay high on your right tiptoes. Step your left foot back down and long. Left foot pivots down. Rise on up. Warrior 2. Ooh. Set your foundation. Get used to being a little bit wobbly or off balance. Front palm flips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Push back, 3-leg plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big toes touch. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Regular inhale, root to rise, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center, back beside. Okie doke, give your legs a little bit of shake. And now let's get into it with a little bit of some balancing. So I like to start on the left leg because it seems like in yoga, we do everything on the right. So shift the weight into your left foot and then look down. Can you try and place 1 toe down at a time, starting with your pinky toe? It's kind of like you're going like a tentacle of an octopus, suctioning your toes down, slightly curving your heel in. So this left leg's gonna be nice and supported. Watch for your hip popping out. Use your glute med, bring it back in. Hips are level. Draw your right knee in towards you. And then hands interlace behind your, in front of your shin, pardon me. Curl and round. Drawing your nose towards your knee. As you inhale, extend your arms out, Right leg reaches out. Exhale, curl and round, drawing everything in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl and round, last one. Inhale, open up. And then hands on your hips. Turn either your right toes down, resting on the sole of your foot on your left ankle, calf, or inner thigh. So find your point of focus, probably not me, something that's not moving in front of you. And then once you settle in, we're going to familiarize ourselves with the room. Right hand onto your right leg, left arm reaches up, side body stretch to the left. Inhale, rise. And then switch. Maybe left hand goes onto your left thigh, right arm reaches up. Rise on up. Arms out to a T. Exhale, twist your torso over towards the right. Notice the right side of your room. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, center. Same thing, one breath per movement. Inhale, side body stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hand on your thigh, right arm over. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Well done. Draw your knee in towards you. Give it a squeeze. Gosh, doesn't that feel so much easier now? Whoa, spoke too soon, JK. Now from here, you have a couple of options. Lean your torso forward. Maybe grab the sole of your foot. Yeah, we're just gonna go right into it now. So you could play around here with maybe straightening out your right leg. I was practicing this before we started, and I always see like Instagram and like Pinterest shit where everyone's bodies looks like so perfectly straight and like that. I'm like, that does not feel right. So allow yourself to curl and round. We're gonna get the shape and then you're gonna make it your own. So you're gonna straighten out through your right leg as much as you need to, bending in that left foot as much as you want. Then from here, you could play around. Maybe you lift your torso up more. Oh. Maybe straighten through your right leg. From here, left hand goes to the outside of your right foot. Whoa. And then you can play around with turning your torso towards the right. So maybe this knee stays in because your body's saying no today. Maybe it reaches. Ooh. Okay, come back through center. Right hand crosses over top of the left, grabbing for your inner thigh. Release your left leg, and then bring your knees to match. My goodness, balancing today. So you're grabbing the top of your foot with your right hand. Knees are drawn in close together. Squeeze your glutes. Find a little bit more of a lift through your chest. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, tip and hinge. Natarajasana, dancer's pose. So a lot of people think that's like how much height and depth you get in terms of like this way. No, no, no. I want you to think about how much can you keep reaching opposites. Push your foot into your hand. And now can you breathe? Slowly release your back foot. Both arms reach forward, airplane pose. Step your right foot back down the length of your mat. Open up, warrior two. Wow, who would have thought that warrior two would be a pose of rest for us today? Inhale, palms touch, straighten through your left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Two more times, inhale. Exhale. One more, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Windmill your hands down to the top of your mat. Turn onto the ball of your right foot. Heel toe your left foot more over towards the right, maybe near your right thumb. Flossing our hips, giving that left hip a bit of a breather. Bend into your knees deeply. Come onto the outer arch of your left foot. And as you exhale, straighten through both legs. Whew. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your palms, step your left foot back to meet the right. Down dog. Stay here for 3 breaths, optional chaturanga, or come into a shelf stretch, your choice. When you're ready, we'll meet back in our down dog. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center, back beside. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. Second side, you ready? Shift the weight into your right foot. And again, just like tentacles, sticking your toes down onto the mat one by one. Slightly turning your right heel down. And then standing like a ball, draw your knee in towards you, give it a squeeze. And then inhale, lengthen, extend, point your left toes. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl and round. One more, extend. And then draw your knee in, find your variation of tree pose. So it might be the same height, might be something a little different. And then reset, find your drishti. A point of focus that's not moving. And allow your gaze to soften here. And drop back into your breath. When you're ready, familiarizing yourself with your body, with a little bit of movement. Left hand down your leg, right arm reaches up and over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale. Oh, exhale, torso twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. One more time, maybe a little bit faster, twisting over to the left. Inhale, center. To the right. Center. Torso twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Good. Draw that knee in towards you. Reset, curl and round. Hands to the sole of your foot. Ooh. You know, some days it's there for balancing, some days it's not. That's okay. All right, when you're ready, whoa, play around with straightening out through your left foot. And again, if you fall out of it, just shake it off. Taylor Swift said it best, and then reset back into your shape. Right hand goes to the outside of your left foot. Torso turns ever so slightly to the left. Come back through center. Left hand crosses over top of right. Release your right hand. Knees touch. So balancing on one leg, squeeze your glutes. Square your hips off to the front. Whew. Right arm reaches up. Push your left foot into your left hand. Tip and hinge from your hips. Keep your chest lifted. Hips are squared. Dancer's pose. Maybe you can let your gaze go up a little bit more. Then release your back foot, your airplane. Really drop that left hip down. Lift through your right. Step your left foot back down and long. Ooh, open up, warrior two. Inhale, palms touch, straighten through your right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Flush it out, inhale. Exhale out your mouth. One more, inhale. Exhale. Windmill your hands down to the ground, turn onto the ball of your left foot, heel toe your right foot over towards your left thumb, flossing your hips, bend deeply into your front knee. Exhale, straighten through your right leg, shift your hips back. Inhale and exhale. Last one, breathing in. Exhale, shift your hips back, plant your palms, push back into your down dog. Ooh, well done, everyone. And then again, 3 breaths of your choosing. Chaturanga, shell pose, or stay in your down dog. Meeting in our down dog. Lower your left knee down in towards the center of your mat. Pivot your left foot over to the left side. Left hand towards the top, middle of your mat. Reach your right arm up. Let's stretch the side body one more time. You have a few options. You could keep your right arm reaching over up, overhead, or you can turn this more into a quad stretch. Sugar cane, grabbing the top of your right foot. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes down, right knee. Switch sides. Finding an option that's going to work best for you today. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down, both knees down. Scooch down onto your bum. Ooh. Open your legs out wide. And then remove the flesh away from your sitting bones. So what happens when we sit into this shape is that our hip, tailbone wants to scoop underneath us, rounding through the low back. So by moving the juicy part of your bum, I mean, not removing it, but just moving it out of the way, so allow for your hips to kind of rotate forward. So you can really get into your inner thighs here. Your feet can be flexed, relaxed, pointed, and actually maybe play around and see what feels good for you today. And then once you're settled in, maybe you can walk your hands out in front of you. I know that some of us might be here, some of us might be here, right? That's totally cool. It's meeting your body where you're at today. And maybe you lower down onto forearms. I know some of you have the mobility that you can lower yourself down all the way. And again, saying no to me is saying yes to you. So if there's another stretch you want to get into, like, go for it. No problem. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you are down on your forearms, bring yourself back on up. Using your hands as guides to bring your legs back together. Ooh. Shake your legs, shake your legs. And again, maybe you'd like to forward fold over your legs. Ooh. Roll on up vertebrae by vertebrae. One more for our hips. A couple of options for your fire log. So you could keep your left leg out straight, right leg across, and then folding here. That might be enough for your outer right glute. Otherwise, you could also bend your left knee. Maybe your shins stack, maybe they don't. Yeah. I find especially after doing standing balancing poses, your glutes just kind of seize up and tighten and they get all shaky. So here we get a chance to stretch them out and say that we appreciate them, everything they do for us. Ooh. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back on up. Right leg goes down, left leg on top. Either folding here, that'll be enough, or right leg under left. And then all you have to do is breathe. Say for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise on up. Plant your feet mat width distance apart. Windshield wiper your knees. And then slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your back. And I invite you to find a couple of different options. That's a lie. I invite you to find whatever you need. Here are a couple of options. So for some, you might want to make your way into candlestick, which could be something nice, another variation of kind of like legs up the wall. For some of you, that might not be what you need. So maybe you want to find a happy baby or a twist. And if you do opt for candlestick, make sure your gaze is straight ahead. So don't turn your head side to side. The weight is on your shoulders, not your neck. And maybe try and walk your elbows in a little bit closer. From here, you could play around. You could play around with opening your legs wide, like a diamond shape. Maybe tapping one toe behind and the other. Ooh. And then to come out of the shape, open your elbows wider, hands on your glutes. Start to lower your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, drawing your knees in towards you. Ooh. Giving your knees a squeeze. And then if there's any other shapes you want to take, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, coming into your final portion of rest. We'll be here for about 3 minutes today. Know that 3 minutes might not seem a lot, but that's about 8% of our practice today, of our time. So if you think in terms of 8% of this time that you dedicated to yourself, maybe this 8% or 3 minutes is what you spend focused on your breath. Three minutes spent focusing on nothing but yourself, allowing yourself to redefine what selfishness could mean. And when you're ready, you can start to deepen your breath. Finding any movement in your body. Perhaps rolling over to one side. And slowly pushing yourself on up. Bringing your hands in any shape that represents any in the practice for you. Taking a gentle breath in. And out. Thank you so much, my friends. I appreciate you. Thank you for always showing up, not just for me, but like also for yourself. You know, it's not easy to do all time pandemic. Sometimes you just want to nap or watch Schitt's Creek or The Crown. So I appreciate you taking this time. If you have a moment, take 5 minutes, go out for a quick walk around your block. The tippy toe work was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, and if you're interested, this is Common Ground. I teach live streams here, so you can check them out online. And otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday. Thanks so much, friends. Take care.